In my video leading up to the OnePlus 8 event, I stated that this is going to be a very important year for OnePlus as they absolutely knocked it out of the park last year. So with that said,
buckle your seatbelt
and let's get ready to dive deep into everything you need to know about the OnePlus 8 Pro. And do note that I have a separate video coming out for the OnePlus 8 if you want to watch that. The link will be in the description. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Pixel Tech. In today's video we're obviously talking about the OnePlus 8 Pro and all the exciting things around it and everything you have to know, because trust me, this is very important and I think it's going to completely change the direction in which OnePlus goes. So OnePlus started their event by showing a video of them passing a charging cable through transitions to each other, and this is obviously an internet trend that fits in well with the whole stay-at-home thing that everyone's currently experiencing. And I think this one small thing is very important because it outlines OnePlus's core beliefs and core audience. At only 6 years old, OnePlus is new, they are fresh, and most importantly, they know their target audience, what they like and what they want, and this really does reflect in their product line. So to start, let's go over what has changed compared to the previous generation. As I stated in my previous video, OnePlus is a company with speed at its core, and with the tagline of lead with speed, we can only expect top of the line specs, and that is exactly what we got. Featuring a Snapdragon 865 processor paired with a 120Hz screen that has a 240Hz touch input, along with up to 12GB of LPDDR5 RAM, UFS 3.0 storage, 5G, Wi-Fi 6, we have got pretty much everything. Even charging is fast with Warp Charge 30T and 30W wireless charging. Wait, 30W wireless charging? Wait, hold up. 30W wireless charging? No way. Oh, but yes way, apparently. This is incredible. It should be able to top up your phone wirelessly from 0 to 50% in 30 minutes. That is mind-blowing. Considering this is the first time they've added wireless charging into their phone, this is very OnePlus-like. They don't do it until it's fast. It must be said that this 30W wireless charging is using proprietary technology, so if you don't want 30 watts, you can still use Qi charging. They did still have that, so you're all good, but it's going to be significantly slower. Now if we go to the screen, despite it being one of the biggest features, it also happens to be one of the biggest disappointments, and that's really showing you how good this phone is, because the phone's amazing and the screen being the worst part or the most disappointing part really shows you how little of a disappointment this phone is. Now I say disappointing not because the specs are bad, but purely because of what they did last year with the 7 Pro and the 7T Pro. Having the hole punch cutout it feels like a step backwards. I mean, if you look at the screen last year, it just looks so beautiful. I think you would all agree. However, if you really think about it, the change is beneficial overall, as it allows for a lighter phone, a bigger battery, less chance of failing as there's no motor, and obviously by removing that motor you can increase the water sealing and stuff, so that actually is a new feature, the IP rating, so I suppose it's better. But they didn't just change it for fun, they've also added more features to make the screen even better, upping the refresh rate from 90 to 120Hz, and unlike other phones such as the Samsung S20 line, you can use 120Hz at 1440p. You don't have to downscale to 1080p, which is a very nice feature if you want it. Obviously running 120Hz at 1440p is going to hurt your battery life, so it's a good thing they actually upped the size of the battery to 4510 mAh, and you should still be able to get around 6 hours of screen on time. Not bad for 6.78 inch 1440p 120Hz screen. Not bad at all. The display is also more color accurate according to DisplayMate. It's the best smartphone display in the world. Not bad considering I prefaced the whole display segment by saying it was disappointing. Now after all this praise of the screen, what would make me say it's not a disappointment? Well, bring back the motor, make it feel infinite, make it feel awesome, massive, you know, kind of like the previous generation. Let the hole punch be something for the standard OnePlus 8. Oh wait, it already is. I just think the Pro line should have something extra to stand out against the standard OnePlus 8, and having the full screen without the hole punch would definitely be a standout difference. Speaking of cameras, OnePlus has worked hard to bridge the gap between them and the competition, they are now definitely going head to head with the big boys. The computational photography aspect has improved with a nice main, ultra wide and telephoto to complement the whole setup, similar to the iPhone 11 Pro. However, similarly to the iPhone 11 Pro, the telephoto lens isn't much to write home about, especially when you compare it to Samsung and Huawei and how far they are able to zoom. Now when it comes to the operating system, Oxygen OS built on top of Android is also designed to purely focus on speed. Once again, OnePlus's core demographic is catered to. And compared to other Android manufacturers who bombard you with their useless apps and stuff that you don't really want to use, OnePlus is pretty much staying as clean as possible, caring more about the user than their own pockets. Speaking of pockets, wow, these segues are getting really good. How big of a hole is this phone going to burn in your pocket? Well, the price starts at $899 and ends at $999. Yikes. However, that $999, their highest price, is also the starting price of the Samsung Galaxy S20 and the iPhone 11 Pro. So they have definitely bridged the price gap, but they're still not quite as expensive. Now, obviously this big price jump is due to all the improvements, and although it is very cool to see OnePlus playing with the big boys in terms of specs, it is rather sad to see them leave their old ways of providing 90% of the features for 60% of the price. So with that, please let me know your thoughts on the OnePlus 8 Pro down in the comments, and subscribe if you haven't already. This is Pixel Tech signing out.